heading down to St. Elmo Lake, down by the Twin Cities, to go build this Canadian timber Georgian model sauna. So with these, you got a pretty good protection system around, Dan? Yep. You got square head screws, sheathing nails, and regular nails. But they really do a lot to help protect the sauna, as you can see. So you're gonna get these things in good shape when you get them, that's for sure. We have everything in here laid out, and Dan's gonna take over and kind of tell you how cool it is, how they package this thing.
So when you get the package opened up, you go from the base all the way to your roof. It'll be all laid out from base on top, roof will be on the bottom. So just go lay out each section, all the boards, different ones, it'll be easy that way. You have your floor, which will have no tongue groove.
So maybe repeat, maybe tell them a little bit, let's show the grooves and everything so they know what they're talking about there.
So these will be your wall stays with the groove, or the tongue and the groove on the side.
Yep.
And then you get like the door cutouts.
And you can clearly tell the difference of the tongue and groove compared to the base, because the base won't have that.
Your roof will be on the bottom. You'll have these cutouts on the top, on the edges.
We did see that the glass and all that was on very top. We kind of showed you that.
You have door, windows, benches. Those will be on the top. Yeah, comes with the instruction manual.
And there is a downloadable form of this too in PDF that we can send you. You can take a look at that before we even.
Has pictures and everything, so.
We like pictures.
Yep.
I like things that have a lot of pictures, Dan.
Yeah, it'll be pretty easy instructions.
And this particular one is gonna go right in the corner, and we're gonna start rocking. I don't.
Got the floor framed up. Start with the two on the ends. I usually screw one side at a time, and then you come on the other side. Start at one end and work your way to the other end. Start with two. There's little X's on each side of these lines.
It's kind of nice they got them laid out for us already, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
So you just put two screws on each one. And ready for the floor on top.
All right.
So you grab the board that says floor starter. Start at one end, take the plus side, the out. You have your joists going that way, so you flush it on the inside of this here, like that. Let's see if the outside board will be on the outside. Put the screws in each one.
And that's why you got these double runs here. Basically to start your floor. That's where your runners are going to be.
Yeah, so you'll have it, this board on the outside.
Yep.
Flushed, just like that. Throw your screws on each end. If you wanted a clean look, you just do your outside two and leave these center ones, otherwise you have screws to your floor that you'll see.
Sure.
Or you could do like a finish nail one.
And a good thing is to maybe pull your floor starter and your floor finisher out right away so you know where them are at. And then you just start laying your floor. So we are putting two in on each end. Every once in a blue moon you'll get a bow, like you got here a little bit. And then when you get a bow, we'll run on into the groove.
It doesn't hurt to just do it anyway. Keep your board, floor from
bouncing.
Bouncing.
One thing we didn't let you guys know also is they do include a box of 3-inch and 5-inch screws. We're using the 3-inch on the flooring.
You got your starters, you're gonna have the front and the back. Your front one, it's gonna have your little door cut out, just the tongue cut off. Get those screwed right to your floorboard with your 3-inch screws. Then you take these side ones, come in and just like linking logs. got tapping blocked. Once those are in place, you'll screw them with 5-inch screws.
One little short disclaimer that we found is we did have to rip off probably what, about a 1/2 inch, you think there, Danny?
Yeah.
About a 1/2 inch off that finish board. We just used a skill saw, but if you have a table saw, you might want to just do that. We wanted to make sure that everything lined up well and squared.
Yeah, just line up your next one in there to where it needs to be. Make the line, just rip her down.
And now we'll start slapping them together, building our wall. There is side legs, what do you want to call them? Staves, I suppose. There's side staves, there's back staves, and then there's front staves for the door. You just put them together just like a Lincoln log set almost.
We got 3 rows down on top of your starter. And then you go to your windows. And then on these, when you're screwing in also, when you're coming in, just slightly put it at an angle so you're not hitting the top of your other one. Like so. And also make sure your angle, these are long screws, make sure you're not coming out the side or the front.
Yeah. Maybe explain that pounding block there too, Dan, that they provide for us.
So yeah, they provide these little blocks. You can use a rubber mallet, regular hammer. Pop in. If it's not going, sometimes there'll be maybe a little bowl in the middle. Just make sure you don't flush in to slide in the gap. Also, if you're screwing them in and they're tipped a little bit, it'll be hard to get your next one in. We did that once. And,
yeah.
I just grabbed a little chisel or straight hammer would be good too, but I just kind of pounded it in, holding it to push that top in.
Yeah, not everything is perfect. You definitely gotta work with things a little bit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we finished up sides, back, went up to this height. This is the point where we're gonna put the windows in, your door, then I'll have some fillers in the middle of that, and pieces across the top. But as far as just go until you get to the top of these short ones or medium-sized ones.
It's almost like playing Lincoln logs, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think the young guys watching this will know what that's all about, will they?
No.
It's not like roadblocks, it's like Lincoln logs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so far it's just, it's nothing too hard, a little time consuming. But
Yeah, I think the only thing is make sure you get your screws in straight. Sometimes they wouldn't fit together like over here. We just put a sandwich of 2x4 to the top. Either you push on it and hammer it down if it's a little bit too tight. Otherwise, make one for the other side and take a ratchet strap, kind of pull it. Not too much. You'll break these off probably if you pull on too much.
little trick that we had to use there, Danny came up with. But all right, off to the windows door, and then we get that top brace on, and we're gonna start doing the roof. When it comes to the roof, what you have here is a starter piece, and I'm gonna show you finished side first, but you can see how one of them has the grooves notched out, and this is almost like a trim piece right here. That's gonna start. That's gonna be the first one you put on. It's gonna butt right into here. Then your staves are gonna start going on afterwards. Your regular staves. And then you're gonna have an end piece. And your end piece looks like this. How it does have another, about a 2-inch chunk on it. And you can kind of see over here where we did start. We got a starter piece, staves, working up to your end piece. You can kind of see what she looks like. One side's done. We haven't started the other side yet. That is how you put on the roof. We'll show you what we did inside with the benches. So this customer in particular wanted something a little bit special with their sauna. They wanted the whole entire floor to be able to do yoga. And I know it's a little dirty right now when we clean it all up. But before we lose our light in the garage, we want to show you and give you kind of a little setup of what this customer did. The stove's going to be right about where Dan's standing there. And she wanted to be able to get in here with her daughters and practice yoga when it's hot in here, hot yoga. And Dan's going to kind of show you exactly what we did.
Legs away. This in here.
His legs swing out on his first bench, and that one just pops straight off.
This pulls right off. Oh, we're locked.
There is a locking mechanism there. And these legs, pretty nifty, they'll come rolling out. Get another locking mechanism in the hole there. So you still get your same kind of bracing on the walls and in the middle, like you should. And then with the top one with hinges and a locking mechanism up in the corner. This one comes right down. And there you go. You can see that the bench system looks exactly the same way as it should, but it is modified to be able to do some hot yoga in here. What do you think, Dan?
I think it works good.
Should we start some hot yoga right now or what?
I think so. Why not?
So yeah, you got the same exact design as it should be, and everything get folded up and out. So a little bit of modification to it.
You ready for some hot yoga?
Dan's gonna break it back down again so you can see exactly how it's done. Yeah, Dan made a pretty cool design there. Allows it to slide right into place. We'll pull this bench, stick it right in the corner. These legs right here will swing in.
Ready for yoga.
Ready for yoga. Actually, we can have a barn dance in here, I think.
I think so.
Pretty cool.
Karate.
Now we're gonna finish up this rope, put the shingles on, and pretty much call this one a day. Well, we got her all wrapped up. Big shout out to Dan, the builder over here. We didn't quite finish the tutorial about the roof, but it's not, yeah, it's crunch time. It's like 9:30 at night. We wanted to not have his kids up all night. So it's actually really good instructions in the owner's manual on how to do the roof. Super simple. Steel shingles. Pretty nice stuff, actually. But yeah, it's she is done. And we hook everybody up with these saunas with a bucket and ladle, sand timer, thermometer. Heater's gonna go right there. Electrician's coming in a couple weeks to put that, and we'll give you kind of a follow-up on how everything went. We got our dry vent. We got our intake vents. One thing I really like about this, kind of an underrated aspect, is the magnets on the doors. Yeah, so I mean, when them doors shut, they're good. It's pretty cool. Pretty awesome sauna here. Without that guy right there. So yeah, I mean, we got these on the website. Check it out at cedarsense.com. They're not very hard to do. If you don't want to do it yourself, check us out. Yeah. If you don't want to do it yourself, what's that?
We'll do it for you.
That's right. We have that option. We'll go anywhere in the United States and put one of these up for you. No big deal there. So another one in the books. Let's see where we go next.